everyone, welcome to the demo scene for the Spiders Pack PBR. We have some different lighting setups, so you can see what they look like with different lighting scenarios. It's colored light, so you can see how they look with that, and spotlight from the top down. We'll stick with daytime for now, we'll stick to point lights later maybe. Let's go through some of the textures. All the textures are customizable, which is really nice, and I suggest you customize your own, even though the spiders might take a little bit longer because of their organic texturing. But if you do, you can create your own textures, or you can use the ones I have provided, which is just fine. But I do suggest you make your own because you can really make it unique to your game, and there's a lot you can do with these that I probably haven't touched on in these examples. So this is my favorite right there. I think it's a very nice poisonous spider. And some looks right there, some weird looks. And the spider egg right here has some alternate looks as well. So you can mix and match and get the spider eggs looking the way you want them as well, if you plan on using the spider eggs. So let's switch to the point lights now. So I want to look at the body parts. This hair is a custom shader, which is really nice. It looks great. It's much better than the built-in shaders for in Unity. But you can turn it on and off, so if you're using a mobile game or something, then I suggest using it, turn it off. You can also turn other parts off. Let me just zoom back to the front here. Yeah, we'll maybe lower the camera a little bit so you can see better. So you can turn off this mouthpiece right there. Each one has that. The pedipalp, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. They all have that. And the queen one over here is some smaller ones that you can turn off as well. It's hard to see. Right there, it's kind of, you can see it. And then these spikes can be turned off, the head spikes on the queen and the leg spikes on this mid-range one. The stingers on the back can be turned on and off, and their abdomen. Now the cool thing about the abdomen, if you turn that off, these bugs now look like they're kind of some sort of space bug, in my opinion. The animations still look great. They all die. They all, well, this one won't look good because that's the cast, but you know, you could use that for something else, perhaps. So there's a lot you can do with these guys without their abdomen, and they look like space bugs. So, in my opinion, this is also a sci-fi character. So let's turn all those, and let's look at the animations. Let me bring the camera up a little bit, zoom back a little bit, and slow the rotation down a little bit. Okay, so this is the idle. You might hear the audio playing randomly. The audio script I have allows you to choose an array of sounds and call them in an audio event or an animation event, and you can also choose them to play randomly. So like the idle sound, which you may have heard so far, is playing about 5% of the idle loops, I think. And it's important to note that I'm only playing the audio from the spider in the middle, because all three of them playing the same thing at the same time would get really annoying. There's some other caveats with this one, not caveats, but I guess features, because it's such an organic character. I wanted to make sure that the audio isn't stale and that it sounds really pleasing. So he's got 8 legs, but we only use 2 leg footstep thumps because 8 would be too much. And we have some other stuff, so we'll go through that. But let me show you the animations and we'll listen to the audio at the same time. Here's the idle break. And of course, a lot of the audio clips do have multiple clips in the array, so you might see them or hear slightly different variations. There's attack. Attack 2. This cast, which is this little spiderweb thing that comes out. You got death animations. Death 2. This one has a little twinkle. You guys dodge. And they each have the same animations, but they're all slightly different to be unique for each spider. There's a lot you can do there. We have the taunt. Love that sound. I would love to see these guys in VR. And it's got hit. This is a new animation for this version. There you go. Now let's talk about the locomotion. So I adjusted the audio on these on purpose because I want to point out a few things about the audio. For the front, you'll notice we have 2 footstep sounds, and then this insect crinkly sound with it. If we do the locomotion backwards, I'm just playing the 2 thumps. That's the idle sound, and I wanted to show that because I wanted you to see the difference between moving forward with the sounds and moving back without it. I think it sounds better moving forward. Turning left and right also has a similar thing. Turning right, I have no sound, no footstep sounds. But turning left, I do. And the reason I want to do that is because you can add the 2 locomotion and turn together. So this sounds good. There's only 2 footstep sounds, but if I have the sounds on both the turning and the locomotion, then it starts sounding really, really bad because you have too many footstep sounds. And if I go backwards, it becomes really apparent. So you get that drum beat type look. They all have slightly different turn radiuses because of their size. But you can turn and move at the same time, or you can just turn in place. So there's a lot you can do with that as well, blending them. Those are new in the newest version as well. So if you have any questions, let me know, and have a great day. Thanks.